Tiffany Maddox, weekend evenings on ABC 12 News.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hey there, you guys, and there was a lot to celebrate as dozens of RX participants showed up to celebrate a program that has only been a benefit to families here in the city of Flint. Now, families here that showed up earlier got a chance to celebrate the 1 year of RX Kids with free admission to the Children's Museum, cupcakes, photos, an art project, and of course there was a lot of more birthday fun that they were able to participate in. Now, the purpose of the program is to assist Flint families in the improvement of health, hope, and opportunity in early stages of motherhood, infancy, and starting a family. The program's director, Dr. Mona Hanna, told us poverty and other challenges deeply impact the future of Flint children.
We wanted to fix that problem. We wanted to make sure families had what they need during this critical time of child development so that kids can grow on to be healthy. We have literally changed the trajectory in the lives of a generation of Flint families.
Now, a recent survey conducted by Give Directly shows that 66% of RX families say the program actually has made it easier to get health care that their household needs, including pediatric and prenatal appointments. And not only that, the director tells us that the program that was originally started here in Flint is slowly being launched in other parts of the U.S. Reporting live in Flint, Tiffany Maddox, ABC 12 News.
Look at just how the travel conditions are right now and how people are dealing with this weather. Tiffany?
That's right, Angie. Right now we are on Lapeer Road, and of course we see a lot of accumulation on side streets like Lapeer Road and also on the highways. Now, we still have hours to go until the snow is scheduled to stop. Now, the theme that I got from people that I spoke with earlier today was to be prepared and to take it slow. Michigan is bracing the storm.
Terrible. It's cold. I'm ready for it to be over.
Wednesday, snowy conditions started right around 4 p.m. and quickly began to accumulate.
I was on the optimistic side thinking it wasn't going to be as bad as it is, so hopefully it'll taper off here soon.
Parts of mid-Michigan expecting 4 to 8 inches of snow throughout Wednesday night into Thursday morning. We spoke with James Beardsley, who works in Flint, but was on his way home to Montrose, which is normally a 20-minute drive.
Slow drive. Lots of cars on the side of the road. So just take it easy, take my time, get there so I can come back here tomorrow.
Then there's those who wanted to be ultra prepared.
I went ahead and made sure I had snacks, groceries, dinners for tonight, dinner for tomorrow.
But it's the road conditions that are on both men's minds, along with many others.
I wasn't really expecting it, but I'll have my coffee and my gloves, my hat, and we'll just take our time getting here tomorrow, leave early.
The biggest reminder for many is to take it slow. And
I don't care how great your tires are, if you're driving an SUV, a truck, take your time because the ice will take any vehicle out.
All right, and if you are like one of those men that you saw in that story who have to go out tomorrow to get to work, of course, as they stated, make sure you take it slow, take your time, and watch out for road crews that are out salting and plowing the roads. You want to make sure you stay away from those trucks. And again, if you don't have to go out, I know tomorrow my kids will be home with me all day tomorrow, so I'm just going to stay home. So that's the best advice as well. If you don't have to get out, stay home. Reporting live in Flint, Tiffany Maddox, ABC 12 News. We start at 6 with breaking news as a train has derailed in Saginaw along the river. Let's take a look. This is drone footage sent to us by a viewer. There were no injuries and there was no hazmat situation. It all happened before 2 this afternoon. The Lake State Railway train was heading south through the city along Niagara when the train derailed. A train car hauling corn went off the tracks and corn spilled into the Saginaw River. The commercial Lake State Railway says a cause for the derailment is not known at this time. The tracks belong to Huron and Eastern Railway. Officials are asking the public to stay away from the area while cleanup continues. Single digits.
Not ready.
Nah.
I mean, I experienced a feeling of that today, driving to Kara. But I did have a nice time there, Tiffany. Okay, I got to cover more than just basketball tonight.
The Lions have a big game tonight against the Minnesota Vikings on primetime TV. Thanks for joining us on ABC 12 News at 6. I'm Tiffany Maddox. Tonight's game is the Lions' biggest game so far this year. Both the Lions and Vikings are going into tonight's regular season finale 14-2. Our Yosef Nasser joins us live from downtown Detroit. So Yosef, the winner of tonight's game walks away with both the division title and the #1 seed in the NFC. So what's the energy like downtown at Ford Field right now?
He's going to talk first.
Well, I'm here with Maureen from Grand Rapids. Maureen, why don't you tell me what you think about the energy out here? Fans are flooding the gates here for this big game. You talked about the magnitude. We're going to talk more about that in sports. I've spoken to folks from the Flint area, Grand Rapids, even Minnesota. I don't know if you heard, Minnesota bought 2,000 tickets for their own fans, but they're not going to drown out these Lions fans. I had a chance to talk to fans earlier today about how they feel about today's big game.
They've done a lot for the state of Michigan, especially here in Detroit. They got everybody behind them. I hope they go all the way.
This is my favorite team. Like 800% went to my school. And yeah, I just like it.
It brings me to tears. I mean, every time we watch a game, I'm so emotional about it just because we've been waiting so long for this.
They're not about individualism. They're not about, what they're going to earn. They're about team.
Well, honestly, I'm going to be honest. Like, they tried to sell me a Lions jersey at the thing over there, and I said I wouldn't even wait my ass with it. They're practically giving it to me for free. That describes how I feel about the Lions. I see a lot more purple than I wanted to see. I don't know if you heard the story about the Vikings buying 2,000 tickets and then selling them. Is it going to make a difference? Are there going to be Vikings fans drowning out the noise at Ford Field? What do you think?
Oh, no. No, the Lions are going to be drowning out the Vikings.
Go Detroit! Go Detroit! It's not going to work.
3-1-3.
Give me a score prediction. I think it's going to be a close game, honestly, but the Vikings are going to take it 27-24.
We're going to win 52-0 tonight.
35-42.
Lions!
Now, you heard me reference the Vikings buying 2,000 of their tickets just for Vikings fans. I mean, you hear it right there. We got a few Lions fans, a few Vikings fans. I would guess it's about 70-30. We'll see if the strategy by the Vikings makes a difference.
Let's go, Lions!
Coming up in sports, we're going to talk about how the teams feel about this big game and the stakes involved with this big-time matchup. That's going to do it for now. Tiffany, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Joseph, and they are certainly turned up out there. And as you just heard, the winner walks away with the division title and the #1 seed in the NFC, gaining home field advantage for every playoff game until the Super Bowl. Our Detroit affiliate, WXYZ's Brett Cass, joins us now with why the game means so much to Lions fans and business owners in downtown Detroit.
No game this season has been as highly anticipated as this, the battle for the NFC North and home field advantage.
I've been a lifelong Lions fan, been waiting for this for years, man.
Zach Prince from Owensboro, Kentucky, was born and raised in Honolulu Blue. The last time he was at a game in Detroit, he was 7. Now this weekend, he brought the whole family to see the city and his team.
We didn't know it was going to be this important of a game when we first bought the tickets, but so that's just a, good surprise.
By booking their football vacation to Detroit, Zach is the prime example of why this game means so much to the city. It determines whether the Lions' playoff games will be on the road or at home.
As big of a game for us as it is for the Lions. I mean, last year we had 2 home playoff games, and it brought $40 million to the city.
Eric Olson is the owner of Thomas McGee's in Eastern Market. He says home games bring his bar 5 times as much business as an away game would, and the playoffs are even bigger.
I mean, it carries our month. People pay their rent off it, owners and employees alike.
It would be enormously important for our hospitality community in Southeast Michigan if the Lions were to win this game on Sunday.
Claude Molinari and Visit Detroit estimate each playoff matchup at Ford Field brings in $20 million to Metro Detroit, while also showing off the city's beauty to millions on national TV.
Having a worldwide audience on TV watching these home playoff games also is like a testimonial and a commercial for Detroit and Southeast Michigan.
Let's go, Lions!
a new generation of fans following in their parents' footsteps.
My grandfather was one, my dad was one, so now, passing on down to him.
Each Lions win growing their love for the team and love for the city of Detroit.
It shouldn't matter how good your professional football team is to how people think about your city, but the fact of the matter is that it does.
And the Lions are getting a lot of love right here in mid-Michigan. If you drive by the Wendy's on Pearson Road in Flushing, you'll notice a tent set up in the restaurant's parking lot. The pop-up shop started selling Lions merch to the Honolulu Blue fandom there on New Year's Eve. You can buy Lions hoodies, long sleeves, crew necks, T-shirts, tie-dyes, and much more, and then receive a coupon to Wendy's. The couple running the shop says they are usually traveling the country selling merchandise, but the success of the Lions brought their business close to home.
It's nice to be here at our hometown and have a great football team right here where we live. We got the team this year. I'm pretty sure we can pull it off. So we need to have faith in Goff and the whole rest of the team.
And Baker says he plans on being set up along Pearson Road until February because he thinks the Lions are going all the way. Well, if you're heading to Detroit or somewhere in mid-Michigan to watch the Lions game, you'll definitely want to wear your warmer Lions gear and be bundled up. You're taking a live look over downtown Flint right now. Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Isaac Cleland joins us from the Weather Center. So, Isaac, what does the forecast look like for tonight for those people that are going to be watching the game or going somewhere?
Yeah, travel conditions look great. It's just, as you mentioned, cold outside. There is a major storm system that is passing by to our south right now. You can see very active just one state down to our south, Indiana, Illinois, Ohio as well, and that stretches all the way down to the Gulf Coast, whether it's heavy accumulating snow, an ice storm with freezing rain, or severe weather with tornadoes down to the south. A very large active storm system. It's not going to impact us here in mid-Michigan at all. That being said, on the back side of this system, we are going to see the winds come in from the north-northeast tomorrow, so that will set the stage for some lake effect snow. The radar is pretty quiet right now. We've seen a lot of clouds today and a few flurries underneath the thickest clouds, but no accumulations. Temperatures right now, low to mid-20s. The winds have lightened up from where they were, so that means the wind chill is less of a factor, but still teens and 20s, and it's still on the colder side of things outside. We go through tonight. Temperatures really won't move a whole lot, holding steady in the upper teens to around 20. A few flurries will continue to be possible, and then late tonight we'll see lake effect snow kicking in off of Lake Huron. I have more details on how much snow we can expect to see from this lake effect and who will see it coming up.
All right, thank you, Isaac. And thousands of people will be in downtown Detroit tonight when the Lions take on the Minnesota Vikings. Detroit Interim Police Chief Todd Bedison says he knows the deadly terror attack that recently happened in New Orleans is on people's minds. Bedison couldn't go into specific details about the safety plans in place, but he says you will notice a more significant police presence downtown tonight and that law enforcement will be on heightened alert.
I received many phone calls from many individuals anxious, worried, saying, hey, how does it affect us in the city of Detroit? Will we be safe if we attend large-scale events, in particular the game on Sunday, and then we know the week after is the auto show. Think about the NFL draft, what we did, how we provided the safety posture. We know what we're doing.
And police say if you do see something suspicious, make sure you say something that will help keep everyone safe. And the nation saying farewell to former President Jimmy Carter. The 39th president died on December 29th at the age of 100. His family and the public now paying their final respects.
Whose city?
Our city!
Whose streets?
Our streets!
Whose bridges?
Our bridges!
It's a chant that many wanted Bay City Bridge partners to hear.
I don't believe it's right that people here have to pay tolls, and I don't believe it's fair that people who live here have to pay tolls.
Last month, they went on air and they told the community $15 wasn't going to change for the next year.
But there is change. Bay City Bridge Partners announcing the monthly fee for unlimited crossings will increase from $15 to $30 when drivers' bridge crossing plans renew on March 1st to cover the rising cost of bridge maintenance and modernization. Tuesday, residents
show support for running these crooks out of Bay City.
Supporters and even city leaders were out to express their concerns.
We did not agree to endless toll hikes. We did not agree to be at the mercy of a private company with no local oversight. And we we, the residents of Beatty County, certainly did not agree to be squeezed for every last dollar just because we need to cross our own bridges.
And the group has demands, like restoring the $15 crossing option permanently, having fair fines and fees with a monetary cap, and a low-cost toll option for low-income families.
I haven't paid them a dime. I haven't taken any tolls. Well, I don't cross them by choice, but I do have to cross the bridge twice daily to get to and from work.
The Veterans Memorial Bridge remains the alternate route for many, as it's the non-toll bridge. People out Tuesday hope the demonstration sends a message to stop the increase to help many save money in their pockets. In Bay City, Tiffany Maddox, ABC 12 News.
That's right, Matt, and these abandoned buildings cost the city and take away resources from the fire department, but the city says they do have a plan of action to help protect the community and first responders by holding the building's owners accountable.
Though they pay taxes, they may just leave the buildings there to rot, and they become a nuisance to many people and many families in this community.
Flint Mayor Sheldon Neely is referring to buildings that are clearly blights and pose danger. The city experiencing 2 fires Sunday and Monday. The first was early Sunday at the old Howard Johnson at Corrigan Center Road. After fire crews assessed the scene, a burned body was discovered in the building.
This building is open and accessible, and unfortunately the community, homeless community, try to find houses and places where they can sleep.
Then Monday, fire crews spent time at the abandoned Elms Mobile Home Park near Dort Highway. It's no secret that abandoned buildings have been a problem in Flint for decades. And Elms is the same place where Flint firefighter Ricky Hill Jr. died of a heart attack while extinguishing a 2023 fire.
We have a lot of properties that are owned by landlords that refuse to tear them down.
Now Mayor Neely says he's working to hold unfit property owners accountable.
We're giving them the opportunity to be able to make good on what they need to do to bring their property up to code, making sure these properties are secure, making sure these properties are not a nuisance in this community. For those that's not, we're taking hard action.
Actions like taking the property owners to court and working with the local judicial system to take matters into their own hands.
And if need be, we'll go to court to be able to demo those buildings.
Neely says right now the city has enough staff and resources to respond to these fires, but if they need to be elsewhere, they have mutual aid agreements with other agencies just in case.
And Elms Mobile Home Park has been condemned for some time. The person who set the fire in 2023 that killed Ricky Hill Jr., Jabez Bobo, was sentenced to 24 months of probation. Mayor Neely says they want to get these buildings down so something like that or even Sunday's death never happens again. For ABC 12, I'm Tiffany Maddox.
Tiffany Maddox, weekend evenings on ABC 12 News.